Alright, welcome back everyone. We're up to a round of 32 match here for the Bronze, Silver and Gold tournament for SC2C.com. Now, like I was saying in the first game that we just covered, it is going to be very different to the normal cast that you see here on Unstable TV. We are covering the lower end of the ladder pool, but that's always good to do. It's good to see a different type of game. Now, it's going to be... I'm known for being brutally honest, so if I say something that you're doing wrong to these players who might watch it on YouTube, take it as a no bullshit. Just this is what you can do to be better. I'm not bashing on you or anything. It's just the way it goes. So we are going to have ridikulisk spawning as the yellow Zerg down here at the bottom left hand corner, and we're going to have Zeratul as the red Protoss. Now that's really bizarre that both these guys are named that way. But anyway. So, on this map, it is generally, the generalization is that it's really good for Zerg. Now, that is true and false at the same time. True being the fact that you do have a very long rush distance. You're safe against a lot of early kind of pressure. But false is in, if you get these positions, it's very frustrating for Zergs, especially if the Protoss come through the back way. They get down these rocks and push forward this way. It's very, very hard to actually do anything, because all your main tech is in this base. On my YouTube channel, you'll see Axlav versus Moonglade, where Axlav did a really good job of abusing this little bit here. Pretty much his natural was here. He had cannons, and all his army did was poke up the ramp, poke back down. It didn't allow Moonglade to do anything but produce units, and kept his economy really low down. So if we have a look here, we do have a 10 gate from Zeratul. Now, versus Zerg, this can be a defensive measure. Like, actually, I'm going to go over that. Gateway timings for Protoss people. To any of your Protoss out there. Anything earlier than a 12 or 13 gate is considered early. Now, it's okay to do that. I'm not saying it's bad to put an early gate down. It's pretty standard for Protoss to put down their gate early if they want to do some early aggression, if they're in close positions. If you want to defend any kind of early harass or cheese, like a 6-pull or something like that, that can help there. And it's gonna also allow you to get, like, if one or two stalkers out first. There's a couple of strategies that are a little bit more advanced for the bronze, silver, and gold guys, like early 2-gate stalker pressure, things like that in ZVT. But we're not going to worry about that now. We do have a gate pylon going down over here for Zeratul. It's a little bit early for something like that to be going down, and he also needs to be careful. I think he's actually completely walled himself off here. There will be VODs up on my YouTube channel, guys, don't worry. Now, at this point in time, what's more standard to do in this position would be to have one gap here and get a zealot out just to defend that choke, because you don't want to completely block yourself off, because if you do that, you're gonna have to break something down, unless you're going pure Colossus and you want to warp units down the bottom. It's different. But if we have a look back here, we do have, that's very interesting to have an Evo chamber this early. I'm not going to bash him just yet because he could have something in mind for that. But we do have, we're floating a little bit of gas, minerals and gas now. We're only at 4 minutes into the game. And there we go, we are using a lot. So we are going to be setting missile attacks level 1. But we're also getting some Zerglings out. Now, this early in the game, if you're going for something like this, you really want to pick and choose either Zerglings or Roaches. And if you go on Zerglings, you want the ling speed as fast as possible. Alright. Just to get out of the way. You want to try and get surrounds on Zealots. You want to try and, even Stalkers, get surrounds on Stalkers. And you can't really do that with slow lings. Now, once you get up higher and higher, when you're defending 4 gates and things like that, you're going to have a mixture of Roaches and Speedlings. But they're generally going to be on different control groups. And you're going to have Lings going down around the back to hit Stalkers and Sentries, and your Roaches at the front to kite the Zealots. But right now, we are going to see a 4-gate coming out from Zeratul. He's completely walled off at the front. Now, he is chrono boosting his Cybernetics core. That's good. He's floating a lot of gas. Right now, you either want to pump down a lot of sentries Or just refine your play to not include the second gas, because what that'll free up is that 3 extra probes to get minerals. Now, it might not seem like much, but if you have a look here, he only has 12 probes. So that's an extra 20% income here. Now, we do have the full warp gates. Right now would be a perfect time for Ridiculous to back off, as we are going to have a lot of sentries going in. He could get caught on this ramp. We do have a Zealot warping at the front. I think that's a bit of a mistake with that Zealot one. But he is going to get up. The problem with this kind of push here, this early in the game for Ridiculous, is once these sentries are out, you're completely forced out. You're still on one base. And if you have a look here, he is only slightly ahead in the drone count. Now, he has got that +1 range upgrade. But if you can see right here, we do have all 4 gateways able to be using stuff. And unfortunately, he's not actually building any more units. He could get 2 more sentries right now, and that's going to completely unpower him. So, nicely done by Ridiculous. But I really think, unfortunately, it was a mistake by Zeratul. He had his 4 gateways up. He should have been able to defend this. And unfortunately, that's going to be GG. Because we are going to have lots of Lings bringing up the side. So it has paid off for Ridiculous this time. Which is nice to see. He will advance into the round of 16. But still, once you go up the ranks, if you see this kind of thing here, you want to pull back and expand. Wow, Nirvana, really? There we go. We do have a GG call from Zeratul, so we will move on. So I'm just going to leave the game because that's pointless to stay in there. He actually had 3 pylons, Rebdomine, but unfortunately he just lost them one after the other. It was a good choice by our Zerg player to actually focus fire those there, but unfortunately it wouldn't be that